Hello, everyone. I am Queen T, also known as Priestess Ifa Pomile Omaware Ogonyomi. But today, and for this series, I will be going by Queen T because this is less about magic and more about the political sphere and things that really have to do with our everyday lives in ways that we don't consider and don't think about. And so, most of you know that I am a priestess. I practice a few different ATRs that are kind of meshed into one for transparency. And I really like to focus on helping people learn, get their feet wet, and learn in a way that's best for them. And really kind of hit the ground running with a little less confusion, a little less mayhem in their lives. And that also translates into things that affect them in a way that's not magical at all, like politics. And my wonderful co host for this series is.
Well, thank you. Hey, y'all. So I am Brandy A. McPherson. The cool kids call me Bam, but more widely known in the spiritual community, I am Priestess Ajay Aefe. So I'm a community leader, I'm a philosopher, and I'm a hood healer. That HOOD means, I help others open doors. Kind of see what we did there. Okay. But that's doors to healing, empowerment, and impactful change. So I work with individuals and communities to help them tap into ancestral wisdom, but then also align with their highest purpose while we all are out here just trying to build legacies, that are rooted in resilience and liberation. And because it's election season, I feel really deeply connected to the legacy of our ancestors, those who fought and sacrificed, and had unimaginable hardships just so that we have the right to vote, which is why this is so timely and amazing to be a part of. Each time we cast the ballot, we really honor their struggles and we venerate their spirits. So, as the child of a naturalized citizen who takes a lot of pride, a lot, in casting his votes, to me, voting is more than just a civic duty. It's a sacred act, really. It's a way to carry forward the voices of all of those amazing folk who came before us. So I'm excited to be in collaboration with my fellow co-host, co-creator, who first envisioned this series, and then she invited me to join in to create something transformative. So I hope that together, we'll use this series to empower our communities and bring some truth and some clarity to the choices and the challenges that lie ahead, because there are some choices and some challenges that lie ahead.
There are. We are both advocates in our communities in different ways. In recent weeks, the political climate has been filled with a lot of foolishness on all the ends. Both of us are registered as independents because of the partisan antics on both sides. So we felt compelled to talk about politics and how it relates to our priesthood in a more public and formal way. So that is why we are not officially using our priestess names and all the other bells and whistles that you may be used to in some ways, because this is a different type of conversation, really. And it's more like a grassroots conversation to get people to see where the problems are and where we can actually make change and what our rights are, because a lot of people don't know what the actual rights are, what the actual rules are, what the actual laws are. A lot of people don't even know how the government works. And so this series is really designed to kind of cut through all the foolishness in a way that is about human rights. It's not about party, which we'll talk about. It's not about being Republican or Democrat. It's not even necessarily being about just American in some cases, because some of the issues that we're going to talk about are not just American issues. These are human rights issues. And so we want to make sure that we are thoroughly talking and explaining some of the things and some of the topics that really mean a lot to people, but we just don't really talk about in a public forum in a way that's not hateful and angry. And so we're not going to do that in this series. We may end up with guests. It just depends on how that works. But for now, it's just going to be Priestess and I having a good dialogue about a few really good topics to start off. And then, as things progress, we'll kind of branch off into other things. But because the election is so close, there are some things we really want to focus on first and then move on to other things once the election is over, especially based on who becomes president. That will definitely change how we have certain conversations going forward. So,
for sure.
right. So the goal of this series is to help people understand the true nature of politics, the issues, the candidates, and how it affects our communities. So we hope you enjoy this series. Comment, like, share, all the things. If you have any feedback, let us know in the comments, please. Talk about the issues in the comments so that we can use those for future things. And just give us ideas of where the people are. And if you guys really want some lives, we can do that. But we're for the people. So you gotta tell us what you want. And we hope you enjoy the series, and we will see you soon.